significa hola en el lenguaje maorí. Nos encontramos en Rotorua, en Nueva Zelanda, en la ciudad donde viven más de 20.000 maoríes. A mis espaldas, la casa sagrada maorí llamada Tamatekapua, donde residen las imágenes y tallas de los ancestros. Estamos en la ciudad de Rotorua, en Nueva Zelanda, que es la ciudad conocida como el corazón maorí, entrevistando al Dr. Curtis, un experto internacional en cultura maorí. Kia ora, Dr. Curtis.
Kia ora.
First of all, thank you for receiving us here in Rotorua. And I would like to know, as an expert in Maori culture, what are the main values that you think that the Maori culture has added to the New Zealanders?
The values that we abide by today and express very strongly are universal values that are known throughout the world. The only difference, as I see it, is that it is part of our everyday life, whether we're in business, whether we're in health, whether in education, or whatever we're doing. These values are expressed every day. For example, such as we call manakitanga. That is looking after people, looking after visitors, making sure they're well fed, that they're comfortable and they're happy. And to me, that's a universal value. Another universal value is to take care, not only of people, but the environment, to look after our rivers, our waters, our seas. And then, of course, there is that very generic value of love.
The Maoris were here in the New Zealand island, in the island of the north and in the south, but then you had to face the difficulties and the hard times through colonization. What are the difference that you see from that time to what happened after the Waitangi Treaty?
When the Waitangi Treaty was signed, it seemed as though everything was going to progress very positively and for all time. At the time of signing the treaty, there was what one could describe as a monogenicist versus polygenicist ideology. It was viewed by the Europeans who signed the treaty that Maoris were capable of achieving the same heights of civilization as any other European group or nation. By the time it reached the 1900s, late 1880s, 1900s and early 1900s, the polygenicist view started to take shape and started to gain ground. It was believed through the polygenicist view that the Maori had the ability to achieve at the same level, but it had to be done somewhere closer to the year 2000, not too soon. And as a consequence of that, we were, as I believe we were arrested in developing our full potential as a people.
Do you see that the Maoris are included nowadays in the New Zealander society?
Yes, I think we've always been included, but for many years we were included on the terms and expectations of the majority group, which was the Pākehā. Today, of course, things have changed. We still have a long way to go, but the pathways of achieving proper equality is starting to emerge. And they're starting to emerge because many people are starting to appreciate the fact that Maori will not only become a very good stakeholder, but will become a very good developer in our commercial returns.
New Zealand is hosting the Rugby World Cup these days, and your national team, the All Blacks, are well known and have an identity performance in each game, the haka. What does it mean?
It means that it settles the emotions in today's terms, and it develops a strong esprit de corps, especially for a team. In the past, it was done to arouse the emotions, to prepare the warriors for battle, so that when they went into battle, they didn't shirk their responsibilities to fight for their family and for their tribes. Today we have different forms of haka. We have haka for entertainment. We have haka to arouse emotions, to unify the purpose of the event that's about to occur. And we also have haka that is done by women, which seems to involve the family, the sub-tribe, the tribe, and everybody else present. The haka that the All Blacks do, well, that's to arouse their emotions. The main purpose is to let them know that they are there to do business. And if there is intimidation in that, then so be it.
The Maori language is one of the official languages in New Zealand. Is it well kept from one generation to the other?
When we were coming through the system, it was very difficult for us to learn our language. Most schools didn't teach it, and in fact, we came through a time when the community kept telling us that it won't be long before Maori language will die forever. The same way as they were saying that Maori people are about to die out as a race. So it was difficult for the language, or even for the race, to survive. Thankfully, we had some people who became well educated. One was a doctor and one was a lawyer. These people led the way for our revival. And today now, when we were close to extinction in the 1900s, we are now up in the 700s and still growing.
I've seen that in the maraes, or even in some houses, you see the wooden carved figures. What do they mean?
Well, it depends on what the figure is, but what it means is an outward expression that they're proud to be Maori, by and large. And if you don't see any of this, not that they're not proud of it, they express it other ways, by being the organizers of events that will attract the Maori groups or Maori families. They will be very much part and parcel, perhaps, of learning the songs where they meet regularly once a week to continue the songs of the past. And they're like the Gregorian chants and whatnot.
What does it mean to you being a Maori?
I think if I were to quote the words that have been attributed to Nelson Mandela, he said this, I believe he said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be so brilliant, gorgeous, talented and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? By playing small, you do not honor the illustrious deeds of your ancestors. Neither do you serve your people, your country, nor the world."
Kia ora. Kia ora. Estamos con Wetini Mitai Natai, que es el campeón nacional 2011 del haka. Fue uno de los que inauguró el campo de juego de esta Copa Mundial de Rugby 2011. Kia ora, Witai.
Hola.
Hola. It's very nice to meet you and have this interview here at Rotorua.
Thank you.
What does it mean being the national champion of the haka?
We're very proud, privileged to be able to win the national, because it is a dance where all our people come together and we compete. To be the best is very hard, and all the groups try really hard, work many hours, and you know, just the passion and the heart and the wanting to keep our culture up. So all the groups in New Zealand represent each tribal area, most of them do, and when they come together they're very passionate and very strong when it comes to competition.
Can you describe us, what does it mean, the haka, to you?
The haka is an expression of our identity and also our connection to our ancestors. We represent our ancestors. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
What are the Maori values that you think the haka represents?
The haka represents strength, power, unity, beauty, grace and intelligence, body intelligence, movement of the art. It's electrifying the atmosphere. Today you could die, so today you must be prepared to die. That is how our ancestors looked at it. They were prepared to die. Today we honor those ancestors.
How do you prepare your spirit to die?
Today we don't want to die. We want to live. But in that time, we honor them in the time that they used to prepare to go and die. If they're fighting someone else, another enemy, another tribe, they're prepared to die. Today, I guess if we're going to war or we're going to the army, yes, we are prepared to die. But you do your best not to.
You have a cultural center called Matai.
Yes,
which is your name.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Some of the stories we teach, actually we teach more about the tradition of our people, the customs. You come, the welcome ceremony. This is what we do. We have a challenger. The challenger lays down a peace token, and the chief from the visitors will pick the token up. To pick up the token means peace. To not pick it up in the old time and today means war.
What is the token?
The token is could be a branch or a leaf or
anything that you leave. Yes. In a sign of
It's a sign. It's a sign to them. This is a peace sign. You come in peace, pick it up. If you don't come in peace, we fight now.
Watai, kia ora. Many thanks for this interview.
Thank you. Thank you. Tēnā koe. Gracias.
Fiat Uno. ¿Te subís? Fiat.
I want you to get together.